So you know the culture, we will solve the questions. You have to answer on the chat window, and then I will explain which one is the correct answer. So most welcome. Let's start our day, and we'll see how many questions we'll solve. And at the end, I will give you the timeline. Let's start. So our first question is already on the screen. A project team is working with an overseas contractor based in a country that has 3 official languages. And every contractor on the team is multilingual. Team meetings continues to be held in the commonly shared language, but during the meetings, contractors speak to each other in a different language. When the project manager brings this up in the next team meeting, the contractors express regret, but they explain that they work better when they can communicate freely with each other. How should the project manager respond first? So try to answer on the chat window. Require everyone to speak the same language all the time, even though this will slow the pace of work. Escalate this as an issue to the HR department, obtain formal training or translation service. Let the team discuss language requirement and make ground rules for team communication. And when I read the first line and the last line, answer is very clear. Yes, Gopal, very good. Welcome also, Devan, good. Never good. Naza is good also. That's a correct answer. When you see all will never be the good approach. When you select all answer, this will never be the good approach. So this is gone. No need to take it to as an HR issue. It's not something. So first thing is let the team decide. And in our new triangle, what we call it, choose their own way of working. Let the team choose their own way of working. So that was a good one. I'm glad you guys selected the correct answer. Let's go next. A project manager with limited experience managing globally distributed team members is appointed to a project with team members who are all from another country and speak a native language. Welcome, Salam. To successfully manage this project, the project manager needs to have cultural sensitivity. Okay, so which of the following actions should the project manager not take? Which you will not do? Read books about cultural sensitivity, hire a professional coach to learn, request a different assignment, citing the language barriers as an obstacle, enroll in language and cultural lessons to learn about this country. Gopal, yes, your answer is correct. Nasser, yes. Maybe yes, very good. You guys are doing great. I'm glad your progress is showing good indicators. Hafiz, yes. Devan, yes. Very nice. Nazish, yes. Good, good, good. That's what I feel is that you guys are good in preparation. So yes, correct answer is C, because they're asking which one you will not do it. So I will not request a different assignment just because of the barrier. Okay, if I change this question, instead of language, I change it to the skill. If I change the language with the skill, then C can be also be the right answer? Or no? Exactly, then again C will remain the correct answer.
Yes.
Perfect, very good. Next. Governmental. Okay, look, this is not your problem. Governmental, private, public, it's not my problem anyway. Whatever it is, I don't care. So this should be our attitude. Just basic. It comes, we have what? They need a software project, needs a solution to collaborate with a remote agile team of 4 people in another country. Spontaneous verbal communications between the team must be supported. All the remote teams, workstations, and Kanban board must be visible at all time. Which virtual team collaboration solution is most appropriate? Nebo knows the answer, so yes, it's correct. A majority of you don't know the answer, so maybe it's correct, incorrect. Gopal, yes, your answer is correct. Once you have several teams, all look, this is the key hint. No. All the team workstations and work. We are not saying the progress. When I'm saying the when I'm not saying the progress, so A cannot be the answer, right? Because information radiators are used for the progress. Here the concern is not the progress. Here the concern is we want to see everyone. So it's like kind of, if you remember, workstation screen mirroring. This is illegal. This is an illegal act that you install a software and you do the screen mirroring. It cannot be done. It's an illegal thing. And on-demand video conferencing, will it help? No. So we will use fish bowl windows. We will use fish bowl window. What is fish bowl window? That will put all them in one thing, and we can observe all the things which is happening in the bowl. So you want to see everything from the top. So stay outside and look at the system. That is what the fish bowl window, and we use it in the agile development. We use it in the agile development or agile project management, that you can see the progress of everyone. So even if you don't know the answer, you have to eliminate it on those basis. As I said, when it is not about the progress, they can never be the information radiators. Mirroring the workstation screens are illegal acts. It's not a good approach. On demand for sure will never solve the question. So remaining answer is always on fish bowl window. Fish bowl is like this, that you will, the fish bowl where we have fish. So we can see everything from outside and we can observe everything. So that is the concept of fish bowl window solution. Great. This type of question sometimes come in exam. Concept could be same, explanation could be different. I will not read it, you read it and find out. And I think it's in the simulator also. I've seen this question in the simulator. Read it, answer it, then I will tell you. Which collaboration method would ensure the fastest follow the sun problem resolution? And they're asking collaboration method, okay? Let me ask you one thing. Scrum is a collaboration method. Say yes or no. There is no third answer.
No.
So this answer is gone and this answer is gone, right? And we always discuss that there are always 4 answers. 2 are directly incorrect and 2 you have to find out. So now we have to do the fishbowl window during the overlapping shift, but both are same. But where the sun starts in the morning first?
East.
Tokyo.
Tokyo, right? Or
Yes.
Tokyo shift 1 or Tokyo shift 2?
Shift one.
Shift 2.
Shift one. Shift one.
Imagine if you're sitting in the exam, do they think that you have to answer like this? Find the shortest way of doing the thing. London is GMT 0, right? We know that. So correct answer is B or D.
D.
Look, we have to focus on where collaboration, right? And we need to make the collaboration between shift 1 and shift 2, right? So we know that Tokyo is plus and USA is opposite to F, right? It's almost minus 10. And Tokyo is almost plus 9 or plus 10, I think, like this. Then London is 0. And Seattle, again, USA is minus 10. Then Tokyo shift 1, which is 9 to 5, right? Tokyo 9 to 5 of the morning, and London will be 0, right? So London second shift. What do you think? So B is correct or D is correct? Sharad, give the reason. Use the mic, give the reason. Every answer should have explanation. So you must be confident that the answer you produce, they are correct. So A or C are the.
So because Tokyo second shift will be during the night, so that will overlap with London shift 1, because it will be there, like it will overlap with morning, because if the sun rises from the east in like during the evening Tokyo, London it will be morning, and the second one shift 1, Seattle shift 1 with London shift 2, because as the sun keeps on moving from east to west, as in London evening time, it will be morning in Seattle. The same for the third option, Tokyo shift 1 um, during
Look,
US when it's evening.
This is minus 9, sorry, plus 9, and this is minus 9, let's suppose, right?
Yeah.
And this one is minus 9, and this one is 0.
Yeah.
So their shift 9 to 5 minus we have to shift with the London, right?
Yeah.
And London is again 0, and their shift is 9 to 5. So shift 2, which means which will be 5 to 9, you can say. Otherwise.
Yes. 4 to 12, as in they've mentioned the shift timing, right? 8 to 4 and 4 to 12.
And London shift 1 can never be with the shift 2 of America, right? Because
Yes.
America will be like minus, and they will be
Yes.
also in the 0. So they can never collapse. So occasionally this type of question can come. And we said that sun move from east to west or west to east. School level question. Sun move from east to west.
East to west.
East to west.
East to west. So east is what?
This is Tokyo.
So answer is what I should consider. Some are answering B, some are answering D. What I should answer? Sharath says B. Are you convinced with the Sharath answer? Or not? Gopal and Sharath and Devan says B. And Mehboob and Aziz says D. So what I should select? B or D?
B.
All of you are giving vote to Sharad. Then I will select B. We are in the team management.
Sir, the Tokyo shift to never come with the serial shift to one. So D
Right?
is the wrong.
Not possible.
So D is the wrong answer.
You think D is the answer?
No, D is the wrong answer, sir. Because
So
of
B is the correct answer.
Tokyo shift to yes,
So
that
B.
is the correct answer.
So yes, B is the correct answer based upon the time zone. And an exam, they will never ask you this question. Don't worry. This is for the practice only. Members of a virtual age team are separated by 7 time zones. Daily meetings are too long, and the problem is made worse when laptop cameras switch between speaking members. Which two measures should the project manager take to achieve shorter, more efficient daily meeting? Daily meeting. Use the iteration review, requires all members to stand during the full meeting. Place a single webcam to face the Kanban board and Teams. Ask the team member to raise blockers offline. Limit speakers to only members who have made progress. And I told you that once you have this word, right? This is always the wrong answer or right answer?
Wrong answer.
Whenever we see only or all, they can never be the correct answer. So E is out of context. And when we are discussing what? Daily meetings. When we are considering daily meetings, so it has something to do with iteration review. The purpose of review is demo or collaboration.
Demo.
So it has nothing to do with collaboration. So A is
No.
gone, right? So I have eliminated 2 for you. Why I'm doing it, I don't know. But okay, remaining B, C, and D. They all are correct answer, or you have to choose 2 answers, right? We always says that blockers will be discussed. Blockers will be discussed offline, right? We will never discuss the blockers online. We don't discuss the blockers. We just heard them. We don't discuss them. We just hear them that what are your blockers? We don't solve them. So we try to keep the blockers offline. Is it a correct thing? Ask the team members to raise blockers offline. And when I say all, requires all member to stand.
No, I don't think so.
It's good. Everyone will be staying in front of you. Is it possible?
No, it's not possible.
One is sitting in Turkey, one is sitting in Tokyo, one is sitting in India, one is sitting in Pakistan, one is sitting in Saudi Arabia. Can they come in one window? They can come
No.
together. Is it possible? B? No, right?
No.
So B is gone. Now remaining answers are C and D only. So yes, C and D are the correct answers. You have to be logical enough to support your explanations. Sometimes I will try to go manipulated also. So don't trust my words until we finalize the answer. But in this correct situation, yes, C and D are the correct answers. So remember this. Let's go next. A company is constructing something. It's not your problem. In 15 countries. The lead in the project management office wants more timely progress reporting and experience sharing between project managers in each of the geographically distant projects. Which two agile methods might the PMO use to fulfill these needs? Okay. What they need? More reporting and experience sharing. You have to select two answers. No, Mr. Aziz. Gopal. Yes. Experience sharing is what? Sharad, no, look again. And Nibu, your first answer is wrong. Nasser, last one answer is wrong. Definition of done is progress or retrospect. What is definition of done? It's the criteria, right? The checklist that
Criteria,
we
yes.
have finished everything. So this is the progress? No. Backlog refinement. Is it the progress?
No, sir.
No, right? It's just a work, baseline modification. So gone.
Like to yeah.
So now remaining is Kanban board, virtual daily stand-up meeting, and 2-week retrospects. So more timely progress reporting. Progress reporting we do in the daily stand-up meeting.
No.
Right? We do the daily one only, not the whole progress. So whole progress is done by the Kanban and experience sharing is done by the retrospect. So when you read this, you already know the answer. This is retros and this is what? Your information radiators. So information radiator is what? Kanban board. All agree that answer is B and E. Explanation was convincing.
Yeah.
Great. So I have given you the start. Now you guys will read the question and answer. A planned task in a sprint was nearly not completed because of an issue that appeared 3 days prior but was not resolved. Team resolved it in the next daily stand-up meeting, but the PM wants to prevent this type of situation in the future. What should the project manager do? During the retrospect, examine the issue. In the demo, address the issue. During the next planning meeting, discuss the issue or send an email to them. In any situation, this can be the right answer.
No.
No.
Gone. In demo, we discuss the issues.
No.
We discuss the issues in the retros, right?
Yes.
Not in the demos. So B is gone. So two answers we have eliminated successfully. Now remaining is A or C. I already gave the answer. A is the answer, right? Great. Unless I will keep quiet, I will not speak now. A PM went on vacation and returned. According to two stakeholders, C is causing problem. Every day for the last 2 weeks, C sent an email to team checking progress and giving new instructions. This stakeholder is trying to be leading or resistant. Don't go for the answer directly. Keep understanding the things. Keep recalling the facts. This type of a stakeholder is trying to be resistant or leading.
Leading.
Leading, right? The team ignored the emails and continued working, but the other stakeholders are concerned about his behavior. What should the project manager do? Did I told told you that this, when you have this word in the question, it can be the right answer?
Can never be.
No.
It can never be the right answer. Can this be the right answer?
No.
It can never be the right answer. So A and B, C and D. Mr. Nasir and Mr. Aziz, yes, your answer is correct. Let's make it more interesting. Those who are on Naveed, yes, your answer is correct. Asghar, your answer is correct. If I say this in a different way, sorry for being very informal, anyway, the session is recorded. If you are married and you come home and you find your wife angry, you will talk to her directly, or first you will try to find out why she is angry, then you will talk to her.
We'll first try to find why she's angry and then talk to her.
So answer is
D.
exactly. You will never forget this approach, right? So yes, correct answer is D. Next, a frustrated agile team member approaches the PM to complain that a senior team member is claiming all interesting backlog items and leaving the tedious activities for everyone else. How should project manager address the complaint? Encourage the complaining member to take assertiveness training. Discuss the importance of fairness with the senior team member. Define a new rule so members can select an item on rotating basis. Ask the team to define new ground rules for work distribution. I will not speak. Sharat and Nebu, yes. Nasser, no. Mr. Nasser and Mr. Zubair, in Agile, the work is done by these people. And also in predictive, we let them define the rule, right? Team should define the ground rules, not you as a project manager. Why you're trying
Correct.
to become the
Yes.
boss? Never try to become the boss, whether you're in predictive or in agile. Let them decide and then manage them with those ground rules. So yes, D is the correct answer. Very good. And we never go, right? In agile, we don't go inside. In agile, we don't go inside. If it is predictive one, is there any correct answer for this? If the project is predictive, do you see any correct answer, or still there's no answer?
I think C could be a better answer.
Yeah, C could be a.
But we said that ground rules should be defined by team, not by the project manager.
So still the same D.
Yes, exactly. Still the same D. In any case, you will do the B.
No.
No.
We will never do it until unless this guy is actually creating the trouble. So we will call them separately and then discuss the importance. Not importance. We will negotiate. What is your problem? Next, the company has hired a new architectural excellence board with a mission to promote new programming paradigms. Agile team continues to work on new and existing softwares. On new and existing software products. How should the project manager deal with this new development? The new programming paradigms. Mhm. In Agile, team only works with the backlog, right? What is inside the backlog? We will only execute this. You guys remember the concept, right? Who have the control on backlog,
Product owner.
right? This product backlog is the property of product owner. So board has nothing to do with it, right? Board has nothing to do with it. So B and D are directly incorrect. Inform the team, agile team, that resulting changes will be postponed. This is not your problem. Who should inform this? Product owner should inform this. So project manager cannot do this task. So you should go to the correct person and they will do the things. So yes, who answered C? Their answer is correct. I think majority of you have answered C actually. Great, very good. A PM develops a project management plan and a schedule based on agreed upon project life cycle of 16 months. Later, due to the changes, sponsor request completion within 9 months. Wow. How should the project manager respond to this proposed change? And answer is very clear. I can see directly from you. Whenever the change request is filed, what is the first thing we have to do is exactly Mr. Gopal, Mr. Asghar, Mr. Hafiz, very good, very good, very good. Nazesh, yes, Sharat, yes, Nico, yes. Yeah. Whenever the change request is filed, we have to perform the impact analysis. There is no second opinion about it. Very good. A project manager needs to ensure that the team delivers business value within the required timeline. The PM recently learned that key stakeholders are worried that the current release plan will not meet urgent business needs. How can the project manager effectively respond to stakeholder concerns? Renegotiate the scope after examining the WBS. Consult with the stakeholders and team members to identify the minimum viable product. Determine the SPI. Monitor progress using a burn-down chart after modifying the schedule baseline to meet a stakeholder requirement. Can you do this as a project manager? Is it allowed?
No.
Right? It must be done by the
Product owner.
product owner or who have the authority? Sponsor, right? You cannot touch it. So D is gone. So yes, the better answer is Hafiz and Gopal. Your answer is correct. Renegotiate scope with sponsor after examining the WBS. Does the question says anything about the work? No, right? So A cannot be the answer. There is no discussion about scope. So remaining answers are B and C. Determine the SPI, then escalate the others to sponsor or consult to identify the MVP. Look, problem is what? Urgent business needs. Do you guys remember that we pick the MVP and then after making the MVP, what we do? Who remembers that? After MVP, what we do? We release the Yes, your answers are correct. Very good. But what we do after MVP is approved, what we release? MVP is released or not? First, let's clarify this. Do we release MVP? Do we release minimum viable product?
Yes, it is possible.
Or we release MBI, minimum business increment? MVP is prepared, not released. We release MBI. We don't release MVP. MVP is, we make MVP so we can actually focus what we need. And then we release MBI, minimum business increment. MVP is not released in the market. MVP is there to collect the requirements, to verify the requirements, not to release in the market. So MVP is released or not released. MVP is done to get the feedback. MBI is released in case of software or in case of anything. MVP is to collect the MVP is like a prototype. And then we release the MBI, minimum business increment. So yes, B was the correct answer. A customer indicates that they would like to add a functionality to a product in development. Although this request is made during the execution stage, PM determines that the cost would be small. The additional functionality, if successful, would increase the opportunity for profit. What should the project manager do next? Acknowledge that the functionality would offer a great opportunity, but determine that the proposed addition is out of scope. Submit a change request and then evaluate the impact. Move forward using the project management reserves. Project manager can do this. Is it in the control of project manager?
No,
Who controls this?
the sponsor or
Yes, exactly. Sponsor hold it, right? So C cannot be the answer. I don't need to read further. Identify an already developed feature. Why? We are not doing alternative analysis. So D is gone. So Nazish, Asghar, Nebu, yes, your answers are correct. Zubair, yes. And who else? Nasas, yes. Sharat, yes. Yes, exactly. Submit a change request and then evaluate the impact on it. If it is good, go ahead. Acknowledge will not make any impact. Acknowledge means you are just acknowledging, not taking any actions. So if someone is filing the change request, tell him file the change request. They should submit a change request, and then my job is to evaluate the impact. Let me ask you one question. You remember it or not? When the change request is filed, what is the first action you will do as a project manager? When someone give you a paper.
Evaluate the impact.
What? Say again, Gopal.
For any change request, first of all, to evaluate the impact of the.
No, before doing the impact. Impact is the second task. The first thing, what you will do first thing? Whenever the change request is filed, what you will do? Who will tell me? Who remembers that? We add them into
Change request log.
thank you very much.
Integration.
We put it in the change log. And once it is going into the change log, then you will take it for the impact analysis. Very good.
Okay.
During daily stand-up meeting, team members suggest that the rework is being caused because, okay, rework is being caused. because there seems to be too much work. How should the project manager respond to this? Try using a Kanban board for reviews. Request the team member explicitly implement time boxing or spikes. Replace the underperforming team members. Investigate to determine whether this is a time or quality issue. When you see this, do not try to read the answers. Tell me this. When you read this, what is the first thing which comes in your mind?
Investigate.
What is, okay, investigate. What is the first thing, tool and technique comes in your mind?
Time and quality.
La, 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 la.
Huh?
You should have root cause analysis.
Root,
When you read
okay,
this,
root cause analysis. Yes,
when
yes,
you read
yes.
this statement, your first thought should be like, the first thought should be like root cause analysis. And once you know this, so answer will be easy for you to find out. Great. Very good. Next. Up. And that's what I say, that when you are reading the question, you should have a pop-up in your mind. And once you finish reading the questions, go search the information according to the pop-up. If you don't find it, then read the last word again. So you will be able to find the answer easily. A PM for a construction firm meets with a stakeholder, all agree on 20-month life cycle. After work has begun, PM learns that stakeholder would like to finish in 16 weeks. Which steps should the project manager not take? Exactly, it's not in your hand to do that. Zubair, no. Sharat, anybody, yes. Asghar, you will do this. They are asking what you will not do. Nasser, you can do that actually. Hafiz and Nazish, yes. Aziz, you can do that in some conditions. Look, I can add more team members. This is the correct statement. I can advise them that don't do this. I can negotiate with them also. That if you want to finish it, try to reduce somewhat. I am not doing it. I am negotiating it. But I will never do it by myself. I will never do it by myself. I am not the decision maker. I don't have the authority to make decisions. So C is the answer, what they were looking for. C is the answer. That reduce the scope. Who are you to reduce the scope by yourself? You can negotiate it, but you cannot do it by yourself. Great. A travel company wants to create smartphones applications. Competitors are racing to do the same. PO Visions describes several versions of the app. Which approach is best suited to the company's need? Waterfall, incremental, predictive, and or iterative. Several versions. Product owner says several version, and this is the answer. Exactly. All of you are going in the right direction. Several version means exactly. All of you are correct. Incremental. Very nice. Next. An efficient, agile team in a large corporation generated ideas and innovative features. Before I go further, what we call this tool and technique? In which tool and technique we do this? Forget the innovative features. Generating ideas. What is the name of the tool and technique?
Brainstorming.
Thank you
Brainstorming.
very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. After the additional features are tested and complete, the portfolio owners reject all of them. What is most likely reason? Is it related to question? It says anything about quality? I didn't read anything, but okay. The portfolio owner refuses to pay for the team's unplanned work. The team would be entitled to intellectual property rights on the feature, or the product owner did not sufficiently align the ideas with the portfolio product owner. Who can add the ideas to the backlog?
Product owners.
This is the property of product owner. So, does it have anything with the team? When this is the task of the product owner, so any option with the team will be incorrect. Simple approach. Any answer you give, you must have the reason for that. You should have the analytical reasons for that. Great. We can do more questions. The marketing director wants to be the first to market to launch a version of an application for something. You don't need to read it, okay? For what, it's not your problem. And has asked the agile team to develop it. What should the PM do to begin the development process? Agile team, remember this, whenever you say agile team, so you must know what project manager have in agile. Work with the product owner and SMEs to break the requirement into stories. Is the task of project manager or team?
Team.
So it cannot be the answer, right? Meet with the product owner team and SME to identify risk and risk responses. Okay, let's see. Ask the team to estimate the effort and build the business case accordingly. Business case is the task of team or product owner?
Product owner.
Right? So C cannot be the answer. Remaining with B and D, meet with the product owner and SME to define the minimum viable product or to identify the risk and responses. The question says anything about the risk. Is there any definition of
No,
risk?
sir, no. No,
So
no
B,
for this.
so till here it's okay, right? Till here B is okay. Only because of this, B is wrong. So D is the correct answer. Very good. We have more time. Let's solve more questions. I don't know how many questions we solved. A company is losing market share to competitors with new business models. Agile team is asked to restrict the number of features of a product and release a version more quickly to the market. How will this request impact the planning? Restrict the number of features and release more quickly. Mr. Zubair, yes. Mr. Nasser, no. There's nothing like this in the question. Mr. Aziz, this is the task of team. Team will not do it. Gopal, it could be the right answer, but there is a better answer than that. Azra, no. Gopal, no. When you are releasing the new features, they will go to the product, means features are in the product backlog or sprint backlog.
Print back.
Features are in the product backlog or sprint backlog. This is the product owner, this is the
Product
team, right?
backlog.
Product backlog.
Product backlog, right? Here we take the product backlog or so feature and break it into task, right? That's what we do. We take the user story and break it down into task. So a sprint backlog can never be the answer. Correct? Gone. There's nothing called product vision in the question. So B is wrong. Now remaining are A and D, which are very close.
A is the answer, sir.
If I compare A and D, so A seems to be the better answer because you will prioritize the backlog. The backlog will be prioritized, so you can have the functionality in the earliest one. Increments will be reduced. It doesn't sound good. What does this mean? You can reduce the size of the increments.
Have a clarification.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. That how it could be a impact. This is the impact. Yeah.
How will
Because
this?
of the question is impact.
Yes. How will this request impact the planning? So the backlog will be prioritized, not increments. How can you reduce the increment? Can you reduce the increment? You can reduce the feature, not increment,
without,
right?
Without backlog, cannot be able to.
Yes, you can reduce the features, but you cannot reduce the increment. You have to increase the increment, right? You have to increase the increment, so you can deliver more frequently, not reduce the increment. So A is the correct answer. I hope the explanation was convincing. And let's keep it here. I think we have almost reached to the point because next question seems to be a bit bigger. Great. So I hope that again today we added some value to your knowledge. And again, it's a practice exercise. Whatever happens, it happens. So we are learning and we'll keep learning. Please solve the questions from the simulator. And as I said earlier, I will add 2 more tests tomorrow morning. So those who have finished all the chapter tests, they can actually go to the real exams. And if your score is good in the real exam, go and sit for the exam if you have already paid for it. So from my side, thank you very much. If you have any questions, I am here, you can ask. Otherwise, enjoy your remaining weekend. Any questions you might